And for this particular tips and tricks video, I'd like to highlight something interesting, especially to those parents who have children that already own an iPad or perhaps a Mac. I believe some of you might notice that the government of Malaysia has promoted coding to become another subject in the national syllabus for children and students to learn. So, if you're a parent or you just want to learn coding, you'll be wondering, where do I get started? I own an iPad, I own a Mac. How do I get started in learning coding? Well, it's actually quite simple. So this video, I will share with you a few tips or tricks on how you can get started very easily and for free. First of all, I'm not talking about the iPad because we actually covered iPad's Swift Playground in the previous video. The link is in the description. Please click on it to learn a bit more how you can learn programming on iPad. For this particular video, I'll focus on the Mac. So let's get started. So over here, I'm running a standard installation of macOS 10.12 Sierra. As with all my video, you'll see me from time to time zooming in and out to focus your attention on the screen. And you can see me clicking, and then there's a feedback to tell you what I'm doing. So first of all, if you want to learn programming on a Mac, there's a few ways, but I'll start with Apple's Swift. So Swift is Apple's newest programming language. It's Swift 3 right now, and it's the same code and language that's used for macOS application, iOS application, and watchOS application, as well as tvOS. So writing Swift is so fun. Again, you can see here, you can learn Swift on the iPad. I will give you the links so you can click and find it out. But the key thing is, to start off with Swift, you need to make sure that you have installed Xcode. Xcode is Apple's application development software, and you can download it from free from the App Store. So if you are in the App Store and you haven't downloaded it yet, go to the site on the right, just below macOS Sierra. There's something called Apps Made by Apple. Click on it, and you will see a few applications that you can download by Apple. One of them, of course, is Xcode. It's free. In my case, I already installed it. That's why it says update. In your case, you can just download it for free. Wait for some time to download. It's actually quite big. But once you've downloaded, you can start learning Swift directly on your Mac. That means you need some documents and resources. And that's actually quite easy. So where do I get documents and resources to learn Swift? So, few places. Again, you can go directly to Apple's website, Swift, follow the links. They'll point you to locations where you can get documents or even the book, like for over here, it says download the Swift programming language from the iBook store for free. When you click on it, it brings you to the iBooks application on your Mac, and it allows you to get the Swift programming language guide for free. Click on Get, key in your Apple ID, and you'll have the guide itself. And it's actually very simple. Okay? It gives you a quick note on how to use it, and I'll show you how it works by launching Xcode here. So I'm going to launch Xcode, and you notice that I have option here called Getting Started with a Playground. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to create my playground next, and I'm going to save it to my desktop. I'll just give it a generic name. Okay, that's it. So I have something like this, and I'm going to start off with a very simple thing. It says here it's already done for the basic. I can actually change it, and I can actually follow it based on what you see over here. So let's say I want to do print hello world. So let me just pay a second line, print hello world. Okay, you can see that it gives me the feedback, hello world. So you can actually learn Swift on your Mac thanks to the built-in Xcode. You can download for free from the App Store, and the programming guide can be downloaded from the iBook store. Okay, so I hope that this helps for the Swift portion. So iPad, you can actually learn it using a Swift Playground. On the Mac, you can follow the guide on the book and install Xcode. But what if you want to go beyond Swift? Let's say you want to try learning on maybe your iPhone, or maybe you want to learn something that's not Swift. Because the world of programming is really broad. There are JavaScript, there are PHP, Python. But even before we get to that stage, I think the most important thing is the concept of programming. That is something a lot of languages don't teach very well. So there are so many resources online, and if you have children and you want them to learn the concepts of programming, you can try using iOS Swift Playground. Again, check out the link for a previous review. Or if you're on a Mac, you also want to learn concepts on programming, try going to code.org. The link is in the description. Code.org is the one that promotes the hour of code for every student or everybody in the world to learn code, even if you have no prior background experience. How do you get started? You just need a web browser. It could be Firefox, Google Chrome, or even Safari. Go to code.org, go to the links. Right now I'm going to show you, I'm going to learn Hour of Code. And for Hour of Code, I'm going to try Minecraft Hour of Code. So when you click on Start, you just follow the instruction. In fact, there could even be video explaining how to actually do the tutorial. So I'll demonstrate it by clicking on lesson number 1 in Minecraft Hour of Code. You can see that it's loading a video. This is an introduction.
Hi, my name is Jens, and I'm the lead creative designer of Minecraft.
Let me pause this. So you can listen to this video. It's actually a very short video to give you a basic understanding on the first lesson, and just follow it. So I'm going to place the move and turn block and spawn to get it to move. So what I need to do is follow the instruction. I'm going to make it go forward. I'll drag it over here. Then I want it to turn left. I'll drag it over here. And I'll play a sound. So it gives you the concept. This is a block. When the chicken is spawned, what should you do? Move forward, turn left, and play the sound. Do this once. Let me try running it. Let me click on the run button. That's it. I completed the first lesson. So code.org gives you or your children an understanding on the concept of programming. Just follow it. It's very easy and it's free. Finally, if you want to go beyond understanding a concept, maybe you really want to go into the meat and bones. You want to learn not only just Swift, you want to try perhaps JavaScript, Python, PHP. There are lots of websites, but my personal opinion, I recommend w3schools.com. They have a very, very good tutorial system. In fact, let me show you over here. I'm in the JavaScript. So I want to try it out myself. So let me see, try it myself. You can see that I'm using a web browser. And you can see that I actually can edit the code here. So let me just change it. My first JavaScript by can't. And I'm going to say click can't button. Okay. And I'm going to say run this. And you can see that whatever I change here in the code is displayed over here. So this means you get an interactive way of learning. You don't have to install anything else. It's available on a web browser. You can even do this on an iPhone as well. So I hope that you, viewers, now you learn a bit more on where you can get started if you just want to learn programming, or maybe you want to learn about the concept, or you want to learn about Swift or so much. You can check out all the links we provide. I hope this will make it very useful for you, yourself, or your children to learn the concept of programming and coding in this generation. Thank you all for watching. Again, as usual, support us on social media. Like us, follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, so on and so forth. Give us some suggestions or comments. Thank you all for watching. This is Ken from Switch saying goodbye.